What has happened to BC Spirits? BC Spirits 3-a-day number. Should check that before I got on. 215. What number is it? 215. I'm going to say 215. I think it's 214, but I'm going to say 215 anyway. Something brand new released just this week. The third batch of the Odd Society Maple Whisky. Now, obviously maple whiskey, you're thinking like, oh, they doing maple whiskey, like maple syrup in it or something like that. Very, very close. So this whiskey is really a delving into maple as a flavor profile. So they smoke their grain with maple wood, and then they age it for 3 winters or 3 years in ex-maple syrup barrels. Now, maple syrup gets aged a lot in bourbon barrels, so it's an ex-bourbon barrel. It's had maple syrup in it. There is some transfer. Maple syrup, obviously, with the viscosity, it doesn't get as deep as, like, say, a whiskey or something like that, but it does coat that whiskey. It really soaks into the pores where it's been charred or toasted. And then, of course, when you put whiskey in it, it's a solvent, so it sucks all that flavor out. Now, I'm going to give you a very big precursor. I'm not a big fan of maple. I'm Australian. You can tell by my accent. If someone did a Vegemite aged whiskey, maybe I would sort of get my thing. No, don't do that. Please don't send me any Vegemite aged whiskeys. I don't want even to try that. But that being said, maple is not my favorite flavor. I didn't grow up with it. I find it super sweet and sickly, and I need to explore it more. But maple syrup is not something that I'm like, ooh, maple syrup. Like, I don't do maple syrup on my pancakes or my bacon in the morning. I just find it weird. My wife drizzles it on absolutely everything. So this is the third batch from Odd Society. I've got batch number 1 on the back bar still. Now, they do something really unique. They actually pass the vapor through the smoked malt. And so this actually gives a ton of flavor and a ton of smoke without actually having to smoke every single grain of malt that goes into the batch. On the nose, super classic Odd Society. Odd Society has this very, very good, very unique flavor profile for all their whiskeys. I find I've talked about terroir and whiskeys. This is one of them. But I find on the palate's where it sings. Oh. I'm not going to change my opinion on maple just because of this, but this is pretty damn close to why I would change my opinion on maple. The sweetness is in there. It's really just this beautiful texture and flavor. And sugar is a textural thing. Sugar gives it texture. The smoke is very subtle in this batch, I find. I'm going to grab number 1 too. Let's grab number 1. So this is batch number 1 from last year. A little bit more smoke on the nose on this one. Wow, so very, very different. Batch 1, a lot more smoke influence. Much more smoke influence on this on batch 1. Batch 2, wow, like campfire and maple on batch 1. Batch 3, the whiskey sings a little bit more. That malt sings a little bit more. Smoke's not as prominent, but it's really balanced out nicely with giving more of a maple punch. 46%. Wow. This one, the smoke plays well with the maple, plays well with the whiskey, really works really well with it. Doesn't overpower it. Batch number 1, lots more smoke, I find, like a lot more campfire smoke with that maple. This one, you gain like hints of wispy smoke, like smoke on a nice autumn day, light sweetness from the maple syrup, and then that whiskey really is the showstopper on this one. But I didn't think I was going to do batch 1, batch 3, but I should have probably done that before I started taping. But thanks as always, guys. This is super limited edition batch 3. Go get a bottle or order it online at Odd Society. I'll put the link in the blog. If you ever go to the blog, I've always put sales links in my blog, so you can just go click buy now. So have a good day, guys. Hope you're enjoying the weekend. See you tomorrow. Bye.